Well, hello friends. Welcome back to the program. Today we are going to work a bit on Hack Studio because last time we did, somebody suggested in the comments that instead of having Hack Studio project files that define which source code files are part of a project, how about we just make it open a whole directory and then you don't need to keep track of individual members of the project. So I think that's a pretty sensible idea. So today we're going to implement that. So let's take a look at where we are right now with Hack Studio. So of course this is what it looks like. We have the project file here on the left and all of the member files, and then we also have a list of open documents here on the bottom. And I think maybe the open documents thingy can stay since we still want to be able to open files outside of the project. But instead of having this be a sort of project file tree view, we'll make it just a file system tree view that shows all of the content in a subdirectory. So when you start Hack Studio, you'll just point it to a directory, basically. And yeah, so let's try that. So I guess we'll need to open Qt Creator. Where is this? Hack Studio main. It's been a while. Oh, that's not that. So let's see. What do we currently do? Oops. Project, tree to tree. Where's the tree view? I guess it's in the Hack Studio widget. Create project tree view. Yeah. Right. So we have a tree view on the left-hand side, and the model is currently the project model. So I think we'll just move away from the concept of a project having member files, and instead a project will just have a base directory or root directory, and anything inside of that root is a member. And then of course you might want to have a way to hide files and stuff, but right now let's just say that all of this concepts of like add and remove files, they can all go away. And instead we will have a project root path. Root path, I guess, something like that. And then we don't really need a project tree model thingy anymore, but instead what we want is just a file system model, so we can also get rid of a lot of these. We have a bunch of stuff here that's really just duplicating file system model logic, and it will be nice to just get rid of that. So we'll grab the file system model from libgui, and then let's say open with path. This will be the root. Open with root, let's say, root path, just root maybe. Root path is a bit more descriptive, so let's go with that. Yeah. And the model is just going to be a file system model, but we'll get to that. Project name, maybe we can work that out from the base name of the directory. Path is going to be the root path. Oops. Root directory is here actually already, so I like root path better for that one. Okay. And the name we can say is the root path base name. something like that. So you go away, you go away. Do we need any of these things? Project file. Project files, I guess we can keep. I don't know. Let's not think too far ahead here. Okay, and then we'll say that this is a file system model. Okay, and then when you construct one of these projects, all you do is give a root path, and then we take care of the rest. GUI file system model, and pass in the root path. What is a file system model mode? I don't remember. Oh, well, files and directories, I guess. All right, and then this guy does not want to be nude, so we will put some clothes on him and create like that. All right. Load, wait, what did we call that? Open with root path, right? Just chugging up and down here. I think we can skip over a lot of different things. So this is like the logic for reading the project file, but we will no longer have project files, at least not in the sense that they enumerate all of the contents of a project. We still want to like spill out some little file into our project directory to keep track of Hack Studio settings and stuff, right? But we don't need it to have a list of the files, so that can go away. So you go away. And this goes away. And project type, I think that doesn't even really make sense. I think we'll just nuke that, nuke this, stop having a project type. Maybe this should just do this for now. Maybe that's okay. Should we check if the file exists first? Core file is directory root path. So if it's not a directory, then we can fail. Okay, otherwise we're probably good. Yeah. Okay, so there's still this concept of a project internally in Hack Studio, but now it's not a list of files, but rather just a directory. Great. Default file. What is the default file? That's the file that we open on startup. It's kind of a strange concept. How about we just don't have a default file? That seems like a stupid concept anyway. Look at all this simplification. Project model goes away. Project tree node goes away. Boom. All right, this is very tasteful. Okay, so let's see if this builds. I have a feeling we have broken a lot of things, so now we're gonna have to travel around the code base and see if we can fix these things up. Remove file. Okay, so deleting a file from the project, it should really be replaced with like this wouldn't delete the file from the project, but rather delete it from disk, which is still a nice thing to be able to do from Hack Studio, but it sort of changes the whole mechanism of this GUI action. So I think this is like from disk, and if you actually want this, then fix me, remove the file, oopsie, from disk, and then we'll come back for that later. Yeah. And likewise, when you want to add new files to the project, what is this? Create add existing file action. So this is no longer necessary because if a file exists within the directory structure, it will already be added. So we don't need this guy. Okay. Load from file. Open with root path. Yes. Mm-hmm. Then we don't have add file. So add file needs to be a thing, but it should just create a new file, right? And we do that already, so we don't need to add it to the project. It will, because now the file system model should detect that a file was created, and it should automatically update the model so that we shouldn't need to do any accounting for that. Okay. And get project executable path. Ooh. That one isn't, this one is a little bit weird. It's like a very hackish, so I think ultimately that's this kind of thing that we need to discover through either having like some kind of a settings dialog or something where you say what is the executable, or if we integrate with something like CMake or whatever. But for now, I guess we can do this goofy heuristic here. Okay, blah, blah, blah. This is checking if the project type is JavaScript, then running means running in JS, otherwise it runs with make run. That's kind of weird. I feel like, I don't know. I don't want to have to keep track of a project being like a JavaScript project or a C++ project. I feel like that's an unnecessary distinction, so it would be better if that was contextual based on the type of the file that you currently have open, for example. Project. I feel like project should have only a open menu. I don't know. We'll see. Default file. Step one right now is just to get this thing to build again, and then we can start looking at making things work right again. Open default project file. Yeah, let's get rid of that. Because we don't need to open any file when we boot up. Like, it's fine to start up with no file. And of course, open project I don't think FilePicker is currently able to pick a directory path. It's something that we would need to teach it how to do. But let's see. Okay, that immediately failed because I guess we were failing to create a project for her. Wait, what do we normally do? Do we hard code which project to open, maybe? Yes. Okay, so instead of doing the path of the HSP Hack Studio project file, we'll just do that, and we'll see how that works out. Okay, so now we're failing in create project tree view. Sure. And why is that? Set model and project model. Okay, so who are you? You are this model, and you are constructed here. And do we need to tell him explicitly to update, perhaps? It's a little unfortunate if that's necessary. We should make that not necessary, but that's not the issue. Okay, so we're trying to toggle something. Okay, so I guess we should not. Wait, why are we trying to toggle something? That doesn't seem like. We are just trying to toggle the 0th at the root level item. So let's not do that. See what happens. So I guess that's like opening up the very first entry by default, which is how we previously made sure Hack Studio opened with a open tree here. Okay, so this is something. Wow, this looks really strange. I guess we need to do a little bit of massaging of the settings here. Okay, so wait, tree view. How do we normally set this up? I don't even remember. In File Manager, we have a tree view on the left-hand side. So, oh, we hide the columns. That's what we do. Okay, all right, we can do that. So we'll want to hide everything except the name and the icon. We'll really just let's just hide everything except the name. So instead of doing it this way, which seems kind of not very future-proof, let's instead iterate over these columns. So column index, what's that end? Project model, column count, okay, and then we explicitly enable the column that we care about. So name should be hidden false. Also, it's kind of weird that this API is like set something hidden. Usually you would say if something is visible or not, but this one, in this case, you say whether it's hidden. Strange. Strange API. Should probably change that API to be set column visible. I don't like that it's hidden. Okay, so that's definitely an improvement, and we can already just click on the files to open them. That's really, really nice. And they open down, show up down here as like, this is something that you've opened, which is really great. Okay, so what happens if I type, switch, oh, wait, what was it? Other CPP, that's the one. Yeah, what I typed is still there. I can undo, it actually works, that's good. Undo, redo, very good. Although, what was up with that selection? Ooh, undo redo does not affect the selection. That's so weird. I'm not sure I like that behavior, because like, what if the selection looks like this? I guess it doesn't matter. Still, it feels weird if your selection is here, and then like you undo redo and it's like the selection doesn't move at all. I feel like, at least if you undo and the whole text shifts to the left, then the selection should shift along with you, because like this, I don't love that. But we're not here to work on undo right now, but this, I'm just taking all these mental notes here for things that I don't like, that we need to fix. Okay, still though, this stuff here feels pretty good. So what if can we open it with some other path? I think that was not really possible because it was checking the HSP ending here. So path to project. What kind of logic is this anyway? Like path to project and you pass it a path and then it falls back to a hard-coded project. That's weird. So how is this called? Used on startup argument, absolute path. We should probably just use that verbatim. So I guess this is just to make, like if you run Hack Studio, it will just open the little test project by default, but I don't really like that behavior so much. It would be better if it would just open like the current directory. So let's make it do that. Path to the project. This logic is not well factored. So argument absolute path. If it's null, then wait, what is going on with the menu bar here? Why is this initialized here? I can just put it down here. This is weird. This is a weirdly factored main function. I think like the fact that we have a window that's like file global ref putter with a like exit time destructor and stuff. That's weird. But we're not here to work on that right now, although again, just making mental notes. So let's see, project path. Argument absolute path, else project path, let's say is dot. Boom. Let's do it this way. Oopsie doopsie. Something like that. Okay, so now it opened the current directory. This is pretty neato. So now, like, I just opened home and on, basically. Should we show that in the title of this window? I feel like it should indicate what project we've opened, because it's not really visible anywhere what project path we're looking at. That I don't love. So should we show that information in the window title bar maybe? Because it should say like home and on Hack Studio. And maybe the relative path of the currently open file. So this would be like documents / emoji text - home and on - Hack Studio. Let's look at that. So title. Set title in Le Hack Studio here. Okay, so something like that, and currently open file would be also project name root path, maybe. That's kind of nice. Then how do we prune the? Oh shit. Let's see. We want to massage the relative file path, and if m, we can do this, m currently open file, if m currently open file starts with m project root path, which it always should, I guess, but, or no, not if you have a file outside of the project open. So like if you have user includes stdio.h, for example, open, then this won't happen. And then we'll show the full path in the title. But if it's a relative file, relative to your project root, then we can just do relative file path is currently open file dot substring. Wait. We want something that's right after the common root path. So I guess the length of the root path. Substring project root path length. And then somebody added this API, I think, or did they not? Oh, it's only substring view. Okay, so we're gonna do substring as well. We'll just make that right now. So you don't have to specify the length, because if you just want like everything from starting from one character and to the end of the string, then it's nice if you don't have to compute the remaining string length, right? So whoever added that, thank you. And now I'm also adding it for substring, not just substring view. Also, that's going to be a monster recompile, so I'm just going to start that right away. We'll just do this to placate the compiler. And then we'll type out the actual function now. So wait, hold on, let's see. If no length. Wait, no, we know the length. Hold on. Yeah, all right, so start and length minus start. Okay, my computer just froze for a moment there. I hope everything is okay. So now that we have that API, we can actually use it here. And then here we'll show the relative file path. Project type, we can yoink. Just get rid of the distinction while we're here. Okay. And Yeah, so we'll do that, or yeah, we'll just get rid of that. We'll have to think about more about like how this whole thing fits together, but I think it's probably okay. Okie dokie. So now if we wanted to, if we wanted to open the little project, we would just do it like that, although it doesn't show up super nicely here. But now that we have a file, it does. Okay. So the leading slash, let's get rid of that. Let's see. Where was it? Substring. Stringling. Here we are. So we want to start one after there. Yes. Okay, so do I like this title? It is very informative, right? Like, definitely tells you. Part of me wonders if we should also collapse home and on to a tilde, but that's maybe overkill right now. Another option would be to also prune all of the home and on source here and only show little. That might be slightly nicer. Or if it would show like little slash other HTML, that's another option. I don't really know which one I like. I'm gonna leave it this way for now, and then we can figure out more later. But the initial one needs to change also. So Hack Studio by itself needs to have the project name. So I guess, let's see, if we end up, why are you like that? Project name, cool. Or should we show the project root path? Okay, that's not exactly what I wanted. String formatted Hack Studio. Name was better. And I think maybe I liked having only name here, so let's try that. Okay, I'm just messing around a bit, but I just want to make this look pleasant so that we are working with something pleasant. Little Hack Studio, that's pretty good. And then you go into main, and then it's main CPP and little in Hack Studio. I quite like that. And then you see the full path here, that's good. Now we should allow you to surface the path of what you have open somehow, somewhere, but yeah. Okay, and then make doesn't work because I guess we are not moving into the directory of this thing. Also, what's going on here? No such file or directory, why? Oh, wait, hold on, that's why, because the path is double here. So yeah, right. So we don't have auto-completion support probably because of this. So we're screwing up these file names somewhere. Opening. Right here, full file path is screwy because now we don't have to think about putting the file path together ourselves. The code document already has the full file path. So code document file path, boom. Let's just convert this to debug line. Code document file path. Cool. Okay, and can we autocomplete my struct dot status? Very cool. Very cool. Cool. Still can't build. No target specified. Right, but we do have a makefile here, and I think it's just that we need to chadir into the right directory. What do we normally do with that? Chadir, open project. Wait, that dir name? So we should see it failing when we start up. Although now we should exit. Oh, wait. Is dir name of... wait, dang it, what did I do now? Let's see, dir name of home and on source little. Is that right? Dir name, home and on. Okay, alright, so that is the correct behavior. I guess I would have expected the dir name of this thing to be this thing, since it ends in a slash, but I guess that's how dir name works. So, of course, we don't need to compute the dir name here. We already know where to chadir, so we'll just chadir directly to the root path. Okay. And can we build and run? We can build and run. Oh, look, the .o files show up automatically. That's really cool. Of course, we can't open them because they're not valid UTF-8. This is also a problem that we need to do something about. Like our text editor widget, for example, like if you open a document that's not completely valid UTF-8, we need to handle that situation in a nicer way by showing like, you know, like an invalid character symbol or something like that. Even so, it's really cool that they actually just automatically show up. So let's make a terminal, see how that goes. Okay, and then we'll make clean. And look, the files went away. How cool is that? I love it. Okay, so we build, they show up. Oh, if you click on terminal, it should focus the terminal. Create Git repository, sure. Oop. That didn't go well, presumably because I clicked on some dumb .o file. Damn it, I wasn't paying attention. Did I click on an O file? That's probably what I did, right? Git main CPP is fine if I click on, oh yeah, okay. So again, another situation where if we have if you click on a binary file, we need to not screw that up. Okay, man, these mental notes are starting to overflow a little bit, to be honest. I'm noticing so many irritating things. By the way, of course, I should mention that if I ever notice something in a video and I comment on it and it's something that you think would be interesting to work on, then please go right ahead. Like, I'm not calling dibs on any of these things that are annoying me. I'm just saying that they are annoying. And if somebody feels like they would like to take a look at how to fix some of these issues, then you are more than welcome. Just putting that out there. Okay, but I do think we're in a good place here, so this is really cool. The fact that it opens automatically to the form designer is a bit weird. So I guess ideally we should open to a nothing by default. So why do we open the form designer? Hack Studio main. We create the Hack Studio widget, sure. And then in here we do what exactly? Create form editor, sure. And that goes in the right-hand stack, sure. Okay, so it's in the right-hand stack, and then I guess we just put him on top. So what we want to do is just put an empty widget on top in the right-hand stack at startup, and then you can click on anything else. Once you open a file, then we'll open that in an appropriate viewer. But yeah, so right-hand splitter add. Actually, let's do that. Should we do that the very first thing we do, maybe after we construct the right-hand splitter? Where did we make that even? Here, right-hand stack. Right. So add. Make a GUI plain widget, just like that. It'll just be a placeholder. So yeah, so that we don't really show anything. It's a little bit strange. I guess it would be cool if we had something that we could open, but at the same time, like, I don't know what to open. You could also put something else here, like a little welcome screen or something, but for right now, let's just do it this way. So placeholder, put a placeholder widget front and center until we don't have a file open yet. Yeah. Okay. So I feel like we ended up in a pretty good place here. Guess we can prune some includes at this point. And then what does mfiles and project actually do now? For each text file. Okay, so does the locator work anymore? Do we actually populate this thing with files? I think probably we don't, so probably we broke a bunch of things. So we search for int, and of course we find nothing, and that crashed, which is really stupid. We shouldn't crash when you click in there. Focus in event. Okay, that's a really dumb bug. Why are we doing that? If, let's see, focus in. calls move cursor to home, sure. And it's a table view, so we're trying to move cursor to home. But this is not a valid index. Because the model is empty. So set cursor. Will fail. But I would have thought that set cursor would do a validity check. Wait, where are we? Move cursor. Oh, wait, it's calling index 0, 0. So why does that assert? That shouldn't assert. That's overly complaining, so search results model index. Calls create index, which tolerates anything. Okay, so if row is less than 0 or row is greater than or equal to matches size, return invalid index. Okay. And I guess for completion's sake, we have column count like that. Okay, so now we are sanity checking those at least. Little detour there, just can't have Hack Studio crashing if you double click on an empty search result. That's just stupid. So foo, no results. Double clicking here doesn't crash anymore. That's good. So let's commit that separately. Running the pre-commit hook from Linus, which makes sure that I don't commit without doing a client format first, which is very nice. Thank you, Linus, for adding that. Don't vend valid indices from search results model. This fixes an assertion when double clicking or when clicking in the find in files search results table and there were no matches. Okay, back to the track. So, right, so search find in files is totally broken because it does a project for each text file. So I think that just needs to work quite differently. It needs to like iterate over directory recursively and just visit every file path. So let's just rewrite this function. We can keep this logic here, this is fine, in the find in files class, but we'll move this out of line and we'll have it take a function, something like this, maybe, just, with the path. And we don't need M files then, yeah, so we can get rid of that. Project file goes away. Wait, get file, do we use that? No, can nuke that. Then we just need lexical path. Okay. So nice cleanup going on here. Very, very good. It's like we're reducing the complexity of Hack Studio while simultaneously dramatically increasing the functionality, which is just, right? Very, very good. So, way too much stuff going on here. Okay. And what do we do now? So we have project for each text file. So what do we want to do? We can iterate the model. I guess that's the easiest thing. So let's see, how would we do that? Traverse model. We don't really have a helper for this sort of thing, so let's just say traverse model, GUI file system model, and a GUI model index, and then let's see, and then a callback for each index, let's say. So let's do templatize that actually. And then actually we can probably do something like this. If index is not valid, or no, hold on. If model row count for index, then return. Let's do it this way. And then we want to visit each of these rows. So let's see. How do we do this? How do we do this? Model dot index for row, and then a parent index. Okay, so we don't need to pass the model, I think. We can just get that from the index. Oh, no, wait, we need the model for the very first thing. So, traverse model. Okay, here we go. Let's do this. Model, empty index, and then a callback. And then we get the data. To string, and that will be our thing that we finally pass to our callback. Holy moly. Okay, and that can be const, that's fine actually. Callback, does this work? Okay, I feel like this should work. We don't need the capture, do we? We do. Okay, but that's fine. Callback for let's see, if index is valid, then invoke the callback. Okay, this is kind of, now we're just making a helper that traverses a model recursively, and for each index it will invoke a callback. I feel like I didn't really explain what I was trying to do from the beginning here. Sorry about that. I wonder if this should be a helper in libgui maybe. But for now, this is probably good enough, like this to string. All right. Oh, wait, it just wants the index. Okay. So what would this do? Let's find out for each text file. For each text file found this. Let's just see that we can actually log these correctly. It's been a while since I interacted with model and view stuff in libgui, but here we go again. Okay, so some project file stuff to remove, which is fine. Let's see. Project file is also used for the open files thingy. So we don't want to like completely get rid of project file, although we should probably change it to, to be like an open file or something like that instead. But because it's also used, like even if the file is not or was not a member of a project, we still created a project file object to represent it. So here, this will always fail, so we can always do this. And is that enough? Locator. Locator CPP 157 is bad because the file does not have a name for each text file. Oh, okay, because now these are not project file objects anymore. They are just string paths. Kind of makes me wonder, like, if find in files, should that include files that you have opened but are not part of the directory, the project directory? Maybe not. I don't know, actually. File. File document. Okay, so I guess this thing, it wants to look inside of those files as well. So do we need to keep track of all of the files, the project files? I liked only having to deal with the paths, but maybe that was overly eager. Probably it was. Okay, so then where do we keep track of the open files currently? That is in Hack Studio widget. Maybe this should just move into the project. Maybe we should have a get file helper then. Okay, well, we don't have to cry about that. We can just do something like this, project file. Okay, so get file, and then how does that work? Let's see, if m files. Okay, now we're getting back to having these things, but that's okay. So we'll have it as let's just use a vector. It was fine the way it was. And I guess when we want to do a find in files, we just have to open all the files. So for each text file, okay, this will be interesting actually. So essentially what we have to do here is do a get file on it. And if that succeeds, we'll pass it to this guy. Get file should probably be const, yep. Okay, and then file name, wait, what? I guess it's the full path of it? I guess, okay. Return file, otherwise we construct it. And finally return it after, of course, adding it to files. So yeah, this is a little goofy. I think we'll have to think a bit more about this later, but for now it'll probably be okay. The thing I don't love about this is the fact that if a file is deleted from disk, so it disappears from the GUI tree view, but we'll still have a project file associated with it, so some stuff to improve on. No matching member function for this. Why not? What am I trying to pass to him? What does this return? A non-null ref footer. I can't append that to a non-null ref footer vector. Why not? Can I move it? Oh, because it's like because I'm in a const function. Right. Okay. That was silly. Okay. So don't move it and go like that. Okay, so foo. Oh, that that didn't go so well. I forgot to use the correct column here, which makes sense. I'm using column 0. I need to be using GUI file system model column name. And oh, and then I need to extract the correct path for that actually. So full path for child index. That's what we gotta do. Or actually, we can do that down here. Model full path for index. Yeah, that's a little bit weird, but there we go. Okay, great. Searching works once again. Of course, there are some definitely some improvements we can make to this UI, but at least it works, so that's good. We can click on them to jump to the result and everything. Very, very good. Okay, so we have unbroken that functionality. Let's see. Is there something obvious that we need to fix? Building works. These icons look a little weird. Running the debug thing did not work very well. Okay, so get project executable path. Did not work very well. Okay, so what is a sensible heuristic here? Oh, it's looking at the... right, it's looking for the dot. We don't have the dot anymore, so... let's just do another dumb heuristic then. Just do the base name of the project. Actually, it's like, that's what we want to do. Dumb heuristic ahead. Yeah. That's really goofy. No? You didn't like that? Exec and attach. Oh, I wonder what I did. Root path. What did I do wrong? Using dumb exec path. Plop, and the dumb exec path is home and on source level. And then we just totally died in ring 0. So the kernel crashes when we do this, which is very, very upsetting. I don't know why, but that's not good. But this path looks fine to me. What's wrong with that path? Home and on source level. That works. Okay, maybe the debugging thing is broken and we just did not notice. It certainly appears that way. Okay, so this is just broken. Okay, whoever broke the debugging facilities, poo-poo, please fix. Okay, then we don't have to care more about that right now. That's great. So, okay, let's do the Axe substring API first of all. It's just adding the string substring API that only takes a start index and no length. This is a convenience API when you just want the rest of the string starting at some index. We already had substring view in the same flavor, so this is a complement to that. Yeah, okay. And then root path. Was root path or root directory? Was that better? I guess I like root path better. Okay, and then we have all of this changes, blah, blah, blah. Maybe leaving some fix me about removing from disk. That's okay. We don't need to do everything in one go. I think we're pretty strong here, so I'm just going to commit, and I think we'll be done for the day here. So let's write a commit message. Reorganize. Get rid of, or wait, rethink the project concept to be about directories, be about a directory. Instead of having HSP files that determine which files are members of a project, a project is now an entire directory tree instead. This patch factors large parts of Hack Studio to accommodate or to implement the new way of thinking. I probably missed some details here and there, but generally I think it's pretty okay. This feels a lot less cumbersome to work with, since you no longer need to do and removes a fair amount of busy work that would otherwise be expected from the user. Yeah, I think this is a really, really good change. And obviously we're still figuring out what Hack Studio should be, how it should work and everything, but I do like this a lot. Like the fact that I can open a directory like that. If I want to open another directory, I just open source JS, and then I have all my little JavaScript thingy-dings. And it actually does work. Like if I build, I get the AST. If I run, it presumably runs it with JS, although there's no output from any of these things. Here's spawn with output. Yes, it totally works. That's really cool. Okay, yeah, I think that's pretty awesome. I'm very happy with this progress, so guess this is going to be the end of the video, and I just want to say thank you for watching, for hanging out, and I hope that you saw something interesting, and thank you to the person who suggested that we take Hack Studio in this direction. I don't remember who it was, but thank you. And thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.